Previously on Twilight's Edge. Within seconds, the party dispatches the two Nephilim inside the house. However, a stuffed fox that came to life attempts to flee and potentially draw the attention of other people around the temple. Fortunately, the cunning plushie is stopped, and the party finds a tunnel leading underground. As they explore the basement rooms, they enter a barracks where more hellspawn thieves and danger await them.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Twilight's Edge on the Tumble Through podcast.
Tumble through!
Tumble through! Tumble through!
I'm your host and GM, Krifu Bernal. My pronouns are he, him, and yes, we're back once more, Sans and Ida.
Missing out on the stuffed animals of doom for this time.
And the doom that lies before us. Speaking
of stuffed animals, I'd like to know who you are and what your status is with stuffed animals. And I have a sneaking suspicion we should start with our expert here, Anna.
Yes, hi, I am Anna. I use them pronouns. I'm playing Lowen, who uses he, they pronouns, who is a hellspawn Nephilim wizard. I keep saying Nephilim wrong for some reason. I don't know why. But yes, expert on stuffed animals. I have, probably at least 40 of them or something. I have so many. They're all taking up half space of my bed. But I don't know if anyone of you know Jellycat plushies.
I'm familiar with Jellycats.
Yes, they're the best. They're really expensive, but I love them, and I have quite a few of them. But yeah, Evan, then what is you know Jellycats, so you must know something about plushies.
Great segue. Yeah, hi, kia ora. Yeah, I'm Evan. He, him. I play the Rainfall Orc Nico, who is a leaf druid. He now has a stuffed animal, but he also has a familiar mushroom called Fugo. My opinion on him is I have children who have jellycats and squishmallows. My son in particular has Toy Army, which probably much like you, Anna, has loads of them on the bed.
Yeah.
I personally have none. I try to declutter my life as I go along and try to have as minimal possessions as possible, apart from dice and TTRPG books. Marcus.
Hello there. My name's Marcus, pronouns are he, him. I play the Grave Orc Oracle Zakum, pronouns he, him. And I'm also piloting in today's session Sombra, pronouns she, they, the fetchling monk. I don't have any stuffed animals of my own left. My wife still has the very first stuffed animal she got when she was a kid. And I think that's just a really nice thing to still have. And I find it just really adorable that she still has that. And it kind of makes me a little sad that I didn't hold on to any of the stuffed animals when I was a kid. Though I was never a big stuffed animal kid. I didn't like to have too much stuffed animals in my bed or something. I thought always my bed was cluttered too fast. So yeah. Not really my field of expertise, but I have been looking up some of these stuffed animals that have been mentioned, and they are really, really cute. Pan, who are you, and how do you feel about stuffed animals?
Hey, what's up? I'm Pan, he, they, she. I play Flint, the ruffian rogue kobold, he, him. And I have quite a few stuffed animals, actually, but not really animals per se. I collect Pokemon stuff, so I got like a couple of like stuffed Pokemon plush and stuff. You can't see them, they're in the other room. But I'll post a photo of one on Blue Sky or something. But yeah, I got a few. You know, as many of the classic ones that I can, the original 151, because there's my boys. You know, you got to have your Charizard, your Charmander, your Charmeleon, etc., etc. I will be here all evening talking about Pokemon. So yes, that's me. I like Pokemon. I have some plushies. All right, Griffin, you were very quiet when it comes to the plushie talk, Griffin. Why don't we let's get into that?
So I have a few stuffed animals. I have the bear I was given when I was born.
Nice.
And I have the number one stuffed animal, my Hush Puppy that I got for my third Christmas. Hush Puppy has seen me through a lot of stuff. But I also have a long and slinky IKEA snake.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see the Europeans nodding. Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah, I've got the bear. the jungle
The bears are fun, but they're so bottom heavy.
They're so nice.
My son has
yeah.
the shark. I think that's a popular
I've
one.
got a shark as well.
Yeah.
Blush,
I also sorry,
blush,
this like,
Blush.
I also got on my
Blush.
desk. I got like 2 little ones. I got one is like a little bird and one is like a snowball. And then on my mic there is one as well, but I won't move it because that messes with everything.
You know, now I
But,
It
kinda
is
think I
so
should put some up
interesting
around.
that we're talking about these cute stuffed animals while we just have come from a session of just murdering people in a very gritty noir city and everything. It's a nice contrast. It's
Yeah.
It's
good to
wholesome.
know.
Well, I mean, a cute stuffed animal did try to bite my face off, so there is that.
yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
That's just, it makes them less cute.
They won't be doing that again because they're in Nico's possession now. So
It's good.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
There are other people who might be trying to maybe not bite your faces off, but are not happy about you entering into the almost the heart of their lair.
Last session, I rolled 2 natural 20s. We got this, people.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
going to be fine.
yeah.
No problem.
Believe in yourself, guys. Believe in yourself.
yeah, we got the drop.
I'll keep
on them
saying it
last
until it goes
time, though.
horribly wrong.
I was reading up about Pathfinder in between sessions, I know, and I was told that the GM can award players throughout a session a hero point for heroic deeds. That's never happened, but I'm just saying
No.
that could happen.
We've never done anything particularly heroic yet, though, to be fair.
Are we about to get a chance to do
Yeah, we're about
something?
to be well heroic.
Well, heroic.
We're about to be proper heroic, mate.
So yes, as Flint opened the door into this underground barracks, he saw 2 Nephilim women lounging on bunk beds here, who immediately shouted, "Intruders!" And let's roll some initiative.
So they were clearly resting, and you don't wear your armor while you rest.
Oh.
No,
What?
they weren't sleeping. Nico, you are still up top inside the house. In front of you is Zekun in the storage closet, and then Sombra and Flint have like started walking down the steps
Okay.
into. So you hear a voice from down there shout, "Intruder!" What do you do?
Oh, okay. Well, so the whole party, apart from Lowen's in front of me, and there are voices downstairs. I will immediately cast a root reading to see and send my senses through the ground to see if there's anything that I can pick up. I should be able to work out where creatures are.
What's the range on that?
30-foot emanation.
Okay,
Because it's underground, there's probably roots, right?
right.
So I put my hand on the ground, boom.
Yeah, and there's like magic
pulse.
glowing off of you as you do this.
Yeah. Pulses
Um,
out. And
And the roots come back to you, and within 30 feet, you can sense, of course, your party people.
party people in the house.
But you also, to the south, or rather like to the left of where Flint is standing,
Yep.
You can sense 3 other medium-sized humanoids.
Okay. I'll relay that. There's 3 humanoids to the south. And then I will use... can I use an aid in this as my third action?
But you would have to describe who you ate and how you
Yeah,
ate.
okay. I'll raise my shield, I guess, just in case. All right.
Okay.
That's me done.
One of those 3 people to the south jumps onto the ground and is going to begin moving.
We just hear these muffled sounds, all of us blissfully unaware of this happening.
You feel very quiet. Bollocks.
Metal-clad boots, Flint, you can hear coming from around the corner to your left to the south. A large, a medium-sized figure, but like bulky. Indeed, you see a Nephilim man that looks more monster than person,
Yeah.
wearing this like spiky metal breastplate armor, bald with a sort of orangish skin tone, red eyes, and like fangs coming out from underneath, almost orcish in nature,
Oh yeah.
with a bastard sword at his side. He's going to holds up these hands that are shaped in claws that almost look like spades, like small shovels,
Right.
like a mole's claws, rather.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And
Gotcha.
just holds
Gotcha.
them up, and I'm gonna ready in action.
Oh,
The tunneler.
Technically, the Digger is his name. Travano the Digger.
Ivano the Digger. What is this, Batman?
Flint, it is your turn.
I'm just trying to think how Flint would react to a guy with shovel hands menacing him. All right. So first action, draw spear. Looking at this guy, just looking up. How big is this guy? Like tall wise?
Probably
orc-like?
over 6 feet.
Crap. Okay. Just looks at this guy. This huge dude with these massive He-Man style claw hands. And I want to make room for the others. So I'm going to try and scamper. So first action, spear. Second action, scamper past him.
Oh, get a flank on him if you can.
If I can get up. So Flint looks at him, looks at the others and says, "That's a big boy." And he's going to just dart past him and up.
So scampering requires you to already be adjacent to one enemy.
Oh, then I will just simply move past it. And I don't need to scamper in that case. I'll just move. Stride, sorry.
You can do that, but as you do, he lashes out with his ready action.
No, he's got a reaction.
Yeah. Well, he was
Well,
holding
he
action
readied it,
earlier,
Oh, he
yeah.
did ready it. Yeah, you're right.
Target you with one of these mole claws.
All right.
Is that what it's
sucks.
called?
Don't like
No,
that.
it's just like
I don't know why I chuckled. It's probably diddly as.
Out of the way, mole man.
That's a hit
Okay.
for 21.
Yep.
Do you have a reaction?
I do, but nothing that I can do against this. Nimble Dash gives me +2. So I just have to get slapped.
The claw comes down for 10 points of slashing damage.
Oh, my goodness.
There's no laughing matter.
Yeah.
And then you can continue your movement. You've got
So-
15 feet left.
Yeah, just I'm moved to make my way past, but as I do, this guy just clangs me across the back. But Flint continues on and stumbles into there's a little extra sideway, so he's going to continue on stumble to the right away from this guy. And then for my final action, I'm going to... Can I patch myself up with battle medicine?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then, just very quickly battle medicine myself so I don't hurt horribly.
Okay, make a treat wounds check.
Oh,
That's a 6.
it's a fail. I will hero point it because treat wounds isn't something I want to lose out on.
Hero point.
No, and
that
otherwise
makes
you're-
total sense.
Yeah.
If you don't, you
Oh.
Oh, no, it's hero
Oh,
From a
points.
6 to
it's
an
not
8.
good today.
we're back to 0 points,
0
guys.
points.
Yeah.
No.
I think Flint's just like slapped against the wall, to be honest, just like smashed against it.
One of these rogues jumps from the bunk bed and grabs a hand crossbow that is like laying next to her on it for her first action. And then we'll stride 5, 10, 15 feet here, and then we'll target Sombra and shoot with the hand crossbow.
Oh no.
This fight looks dangerous. Really dangerous.
This is
And misses by
Ooh.
3. The arrow, the bolt, clangs against the stone wall of that narrow corridor that you are all coming down from. That's 1, 2, 3 actions. Lowen, you are at the top, and you know some shit's going down.
Yeah. I can move through my ally space freely, right? Cool.
I just want to remind everybody, because I forgot myself, that we do have healing potions on us. We don't have to treat wounds.
Yes.
God damn, I wish I remembered that. a minute ago.
We do have those.
Damn it.
Hey, battle medicine's not a bad choice.
Lowen's gonna, hearing the commotion downstairs, is going to kind of rush past everyone. Lowen moves to the front, sees these two people just attacking, having their weapons ready, and will just fling up their knife and throw it at the rogue right in front of them, with the hand of the apprentice. It misses, but I'm gonna hero point that because it was a 6 on the die. Alright, let's see what our luck is today. That's a natural 20.
Yes.
Lovely.
Critical hit, let's go.
Cool.
Lovely.
We're back.
Was that with your dagger?
Yes.
Because there's an extra thing that happens when you crit with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's bleed, right?
Yes, because
yeah.
the weapons critical specialization from the knife group, that means that the target takes 1d6 persistent bleed damage.
Nice.
As well.
Yeah, so it takes 16 damage total plus persistent bleed damage.
Oh God.
And dead.
Well, but
So I think whenever just Lowen comes like sort of rushing down the steps, just sees this person, immediately flings his knife just straight I think like between the eyes. The knife goes back in his hand and he just turns to the digger guy and just smiles, but will with his last action put up a shield. With shield spell. So there's a little flaming in front of him and then like an orange kind of energy. And that's my turn.
Watch out, he's got weird hands.
From around the corner comes another hellbound rogue. She strides up, draws her hand crossbow, and will target Lowen with this.
Yeah,
I
that's
think you just put up your shield. Third action, shoots. And hits with a 20.
Oof.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna use my reaction to block that.
Hardness reduces that to 0.
So yeah, I think that bolt sort of shatters against the shield and the shield disappears.
Right, and you can't cast it for another 10 minutes now.
Correct.
Cool, that was her turn. Zekun.
Right. So we have a bunch of Nephilim here, a guy with shovel hands. This is West Crown is one place to be, I can tell you that. And we're gonna have Zekun is going to use one action to move in here, right in front of the digger dude. And with my remaining 2 actions, Zekun is, with this wisp of light still flowing around him, he pulls that light between his hands, channels more golden light into it, and then just expels it from him as the area around him is filled with the Bless spell, which is a 15-foot emanation, and all my allies within that get a +1 status bonus to attack rolls while within the emanation.
Oh, nice.
Aura around me is filled with these little motes of golden light that nestle down on my allies to guide their blows.
That's cool. Can I ask, if we move out of that and back in, does it come back on us?
Then you get it back.
Okay.
If you move out, you lose it. If you come back, you get it.
That's
get
cool,
it.
okay.
And I can spend actions on subsequent turns to make the aura even larger. So that's
sick.
But that's also my turn. 3 actions, which moves it over to Sombra. First action, Sombra is going to also move into the room, past the allies, right next to the knocked out hellbound rogue, and is then second action going to... How many actions is Crane? That's 1 action. Okay, so she's dropping again into this low familiar stance of Crane stance to get a bit more of a defensive yet flexible position. That's second action. And as a third action, we're going to Flurry of Blows, which we now only have our Crane Wing strikes for. So these wide, graceful movement come at the Hellbound Rogue. And that is a 22 hit.
That hits.
For a total of 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And I'm going to follow that up with the second Flurry of Blows strike, hoping we can get that stunning blow in there. Another Crane Wing strike coming in there. And that is a 17
To hit.
for a total of 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
And I would like to have that hellbound enemy make that fortitude save against stunning blow.
Fails.
That is a failure, so it's stunned 1 means it's going to lose 1 of its actions on its turn.
Okay. We've got 2 more rogues in this chamber that are jumping up. So this first one down here in the southernmost corner strides about 20 feet, 15 feet south of Sombra, pulls its hand crossbow and is going to shoot for 25 to hit
Yeah, that's a hit.
Oof.
for 1 point of damage.
Oh.
It graces Sombra's shoulder. Still, there's like a bit of a cut to it, but not too deep just yet.
This last Hellbound rogue sits up in her bunk bed and sort of, whoa, I don't know what's happening. And she's going to try and feint Sombra.
Ooh.
What does that do? Dodge? Was that like a dodge? No. Feint?
Is she going to play the hit song by Linkin Park?
Yes.
And that's a success. So Sombra is now
Oh.
off guard to her next attack.
To her next melee attack.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's sad. For you.
For once, Debbie Downer's on our side.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, creepy, but...
Okay, let me rewind that then.
Yes, please rewind that. Rewind
Yeah,
that.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That would suck.
So, rewind. The last Hellbound rogue jumps from the bed and strides up to Sombra and is going to attempt to tumble through her space.
Tumble through.
Double through.
I'm not as enthusiastic when it's not us that are doing it.
I think NPCs deserve also a chance to tumble through.
That's fair.
I feel like Sombra's going to be hard to tumble through.
I think I take Sombra for the kind to not be tumbled through.
So,
easily.
yes, as this last rogue, she jumps out of bed, tries to maneuver around Sombra, around the wall to get into a flanking position behind Zekun. Sombra just like shoves her back. She looks rather annoyed and draws a dagger for her second action and will strike at Sombra. And misses. As Sombra deftly dodges the attack. Round 2. Nico is still upstairs in the house.
Yeah, just playing with a toy fox now. Here's all this commotion. It's like, oh, we've got to get down there, Fugo. And it's going to get my ruler out and measure 10, 15, 20. Bam. We're in. Yeah, so quickly move downstairs. Excuse me, Lord. Sorry, Zekun. I'm just going to get through here. Squeeze into that passageway that's up near. Sees Flint bleeding. I was like, okay. I'll deal with you in a sec, but gotta deal with them. And then looks over and sees this rogue over here, which is looking pretty messed up. Reaches onto their gauntlet, pulls out a cake fork, raises it up, and you see it meld into the 3 needles and flings it across needle darts.
She's got lesser cover as you're shooting.
Behind Somber, yep. And that is attack. That's a miss. I'm going to hero point that. That's a 5 on the dice for a 14. Come on, hero point. Don't be a 0 point.
Belief in the heart of the hero point.
Hey.
Hits. That's 24. Bam, bam, bam. Oh my god. There's 3 ones. Roll 3 damage. It's dead. They're dead.
She was pretty injured
Pretty messed up
already
Yeah.
from Sombra's fists.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's not going to be talking. Keep one alive.
Not the big one.
I shout out. And that was my turn.
Mr. Shuffle Hands.
If I draw a weapon, can I immediately have it two-handed?
Yep.
Okay, I don't have to draw and then grip.
Nope. You can have it immediately two-handed.
Okay, that's what he does. Dravano, the bastard sword in his hand, pulls it and holds it in 2 hands. And then sort of like, "Ugh! How dare you defile our home!" And Zekun is like glowing with this almost holy light. And there's something about the way he's like kind of recoiling in your light that makes you get the sense that he fears it just a little bit, although not mechanically frightened. And will
Flavor
second
frightened.
action strike at Zekun
Seasoning.
for a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit, yeah. Come on, bastard sword.
That's a big boy, isn't it? Bastard sword.
For 6 points of damage. Seriously? From a 1d12 plus 4, I get a 6. But that's fine. I have a third action
Yeah. Come on.
for a 19 to hit
Ooh,
Yep.
jeez.
and for 16 points of damage
Oh my
Oh,
god.
goddamn.
Okay.
Oh.
as he just brings it slash.
Ooh.
That's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, so that one actually just like hits Zekun right in the chest. There's like this poof, this fleshy, wet impact sound as the bastard sword strikes through. Zekun recoils from it, staggers back.
And Flint, it's your turn.
Ouch.
He looks and goes, yeah, that tracks. First thing I'm gonna do is pop a healing
So
potion.
interact. No, you've got a bandolier.
I've got a bandolier, so I'm just gonna pop it.
Nice.
Bandolier.
I want a bandolier.
Yeah, you gotta be Datari, baby. That's where he got it from. I mean, you can buy
Oh
one. You
yeah,
don't
now
have to.
everybody wants to be the Tari. He coughs up some blood. Flint spits out some blood, pops one of his healing potions, tosses the glass aside, and he gets 4 health back. Oh God, it's such a squeeze in here now. But I can move through my allies, right?
Yeah, most of the people you have to squeeze through are your buddies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna squeeze through my allies there. So I've healed up. He darts past Nico, darts past Sakun, still in this delightfully blessed aura.
Darts past
I'm gonna take a
Sombra.
stab.
You're standing on top of her.
Yeah, you have. Yeah,
Am I
you're
standing on
top
Sombra?
of.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
Sorry. So past Sombra, then over to this dead one here, and then I'm going to take a strike at her. I'd rather fight this one than that big beefy boy anyway. That is 14. That is a miss.
Use up those hero points early on.
Hero point.
Did I use mine? I did.
Yeah.
For the thing. Yep. Okay. Then I'm just going for the map and hit again.
Hey, but what was it? What Evan said at the start about like the GM awarding hero points or something? Just to know.
Yeah.
I feel very heroic right now. I don't know if anyone's feeling that. As I roll a. Oh, it was almost an 18. That's an 8. I miss.
The dice.
How did you? By the way, that second attack wouldn't be possible. You used one action to drink the potion, one
Oh,
action
you're
to
right. I
move,
did
and
drink
one
the
action
potion.
to
Sorry,
attack.
you're right.
So
You're right. Well, I missed it anyway, so my bad. Yes, sorry. So, Flint swings the potion, darts through people, and starts menacing with the spear.
We come to Lowen.
Lowen has still got his attention turned towards the big guy, and will just sort of reach out a hand, and you see the ring on their finger starts to glow briefly as they drain bonded item for a free action. And they hold out their hand, and it's almost like their nails kind of like pop off, 3 of them, and as they cast Force Barrage. They grow back immediately after, but they turn into these long darts that go straight to the big guy. So I'm gonna target and then roll for damage.
As you begin summoning the magic energy to cast this spell, Dravano the Digger decides, I don't like that, and uses his reactive strike with the 2-handed bastard sword.
yeah, here's a learning moment. You can reactive strikes. This game's opportunity attacks can be used against casters because that's a manipulate action.
And hits with a 24.
Oh my god. This is a learning moment.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And Lowen
squishy.
loses the spell.
No. Only loses the spell on a critical.
Okay.
Nice try, Creepy.
Hang on, let me
I'd love to be a
But
Debbie Downer.
just to point this out, Krifu was really close to critting that one.
that's
That was
clever.
really
And I was like,
close.
Flint moved past and I was like, ooh, should I go? No. There's a spellcaster here.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I-
So good.
I
Love
have a
it.
question though.
Love it.
Would a conceal spell do something against that? Because then for next time.
If you, as long as your spellcasting has the manipulate trait,
Okay,
which most of
yeah.
it does, then they can use a reactive strike against you.
Okay. Yeah, I think Lowen takes that damage and like just absolutely like just I think cut against like across his shoulder.
And that
the
nice
darts.
white shirt he's got on.
Yeah. I feel like almost like it's a double hit. So the his spell hits the guy at the same time as the weapon comes down on Lowen. So it's like
Totally.
this double thing. Let me roll for damage still.
That's 2 damage.
And then that is 4, and the last one is 3. So a total of 9 damage. And that's my turn.
Your white bullets, it's like white light, right?
Yeah, it's like white.
Pound into him, but he manages to bring that bastard sword across your chest.
Yeah.
with the reaction.
Lowen looks pretty pissed.
We come to Sombra.
We come to
Zekun. Sorry.
No worries. I mean, what's going to happen on my turn with 5 out of 30 hit points left? And I have a question to the table, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Help me decide on what to do on my turn. As mentioned, that hit, the 2 hits Zekun got from that bastard sword, they really hurt. But Krifu also flavorfully described that Mr. Shovelhands here seemed to be a little bit, not frightened, but taken aback by the holy glow coming from Zekun.
Yes.
I want to try if I can. I'm considering recalling knowledge.
Yeah, I was just thinking recall knowledge.
Nice.
On this
Shovelhands.
guy,
Mm.
and see if I can find out if there's a weakness that we can capitalize on.
I am concerned that you are almost
Yeah,
dead, though.
that's what I'm as well.
Well, recall knowledge is one action. I can always try to start out with that recall knowledge, and depending on that result,
Yep.
we can see how the rest of my
okay,
turn looks.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So, while Zekun staggers back from that hit from the bastard sword, I take a look at this bulky Nephilim with his shovel hands and this bastard sword in the hands. And I would like to try and recall knowledge.
Okay, this is a secret religion check.
And I'm just looking at Krifu's face now.
Poker face.
You know that Nephilim have their heritage in various planar forces. And just from looking at this guy, you can tell, as with everyone here, that their heritage is rooted back to the Hells. But it's really hard. Clearly, you know Lowen, you've met other Nephilim before. It always takes shape in different ways and forms. You're unable to tell if this guy is like particularly weak to holiness or anything.
Understood. Okay. I look at that, chest bleeding, pondering the possibilities. I'm going to spend one action increasing the range on my bless. And then my third action is to just get away from this guy. And like staggering back, there's like this trail of blood following me. And I just quickly also shout out, keep at least one alive. We need answers. And that ends my turn, which does bring us to Sombra's turn, who is going to use one action to move further south, now in a flanking position with Lowen against the bastard sword-wielding shovel hands fellow, still in her crane stance. And we are going to start this off with a flurry of blows, swinging that crane wing attack against the big muscular guy for a total of 25, which is a crit
Yeah.
thanks to being flanked.
Ooh.
Thanks for that,
Yeah,
Lowen,
you're
Nice
welcome.
move.
for
Nice move, guys.
critting that baddie. So we're rolling the crit damage on that. Low on the dice roll, that is a total of 6 damage on a crit. But we're going to see if we can make that second flurry of blows attack connect. And we roll into a... But Sombra still has a hero point left.
Do it.
And
do it.
Do it
that
up, do it
was
up.
an 8 on the die. We're going to reroll with that hero point.
Oh no.
But that goes into a natural 1. Straight into the 0 points again.
0
as that
points. 0 points.
As that-
Bad news.
attack goes wide, but Sombra still has one action left. And I am, however, considering, because I am seeing some other of these hellbound rogues up for some shenanigans here, I'm going to use the third action to move Sombra back into a starting position so she won't get flanked by anyone else later on. And that ends her turn.
The Hellbound Rogue to the south, who Sombra is moving away from, so she won't get flanked, will swap the hand crossbow for a dagger. Second action, step into this spot to flank Flint
Don't.
and strike out with the dagger.
I'd rather you not.
Oh, critical miss, natural 1 on with an 8.
Oh,
That's what I said, I'd rather
so
you not.
Sad.
That's fine because I have a The other Hellbound rogue, who she is flanking with, it's her turn next. And so we'll just start off with a flanked dagger strike against Flint for 21 to hit.
Oof.
That hits.
You gotta get out of there, Flint.
Yeah.
For 9 points of damage, plus with the sneak attack.
Oh, the F sneak attack too, of
I'm
course.
gonna go with the second strike.
No.
Oh, that's it.
Oh no.
And just because of the flanking, it is
Just
a hit.
because 15
Damn.
We're in trouble.
for 10 points of damage.
Oh
Okay, Flint's down.
no, Flint. Oh.
Flint's down.
Flint is down.
No. Flint.
Turned into the Hulk suddenly.
As she stabs Flint twice, and the second one hits straight into his neck and he falls to the ground. She turns to the rest of the party, brandishing the dagger, covered in the sheen of Flint's blood, and will, I guess, intimidate Sombra, who's right there, and says, "Cut it out or we'll kill your friend!" And succeeds, frightening Sombra.
Oh, shit. This is getting squeaky bum time.
We get to Squeaky Bum.
Don't question.
All right,
it.
we go to round 3.
It's
Nico.
just a thing. It's just a thing. Pan knows. Oh, heck. People are dropping. Zekurin smashed out. Sombra looks... I've never seen Sombra look like that. I'm not sure what that is. But Nico is raging. He's not a barbarian, but will stride past Sombra, even though she's fighting, can still provide flanking, right?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm just gonna storm past, look down at Flint. I can't do anything right now. There's too much going on at the moment. Flank the digger guy. As I'm walking, just no, not my friends. And gets behind the digger person, spins, and then casts Gouging Claw.
Ooh.
And as he spins around, lifts his arm up, and as he lifts his arm up, his whole arm just turns into this huge clawed appendage.
Oh.
Like some kind of wild beast, but enormous, and then just slashes down onto the back of the digger guy, onto Shovel Hands.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. Gouging Claw slashing.
Big damage.
I'm in the bliss. I'm flanking. Come on. That's an 8.
Still hits.
Hit.
17 hits.
The flanking was a great choice. That
Yeah.
was a good choice.
Between the flanking and the blessed, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, just gotta roll damage. Come on. Oh, 9 slashing damage.
+2 bleed.
And now he's bleeding. Now he's
Yeah.
just bleeding. Ah!
I bet something really cool's happening out there.
Stravano's turn. I don't like this flanking spot.
You shouldn't.
Just bleed out quietly and we can move on with our lives.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't like this guy from the moment you described his hands as
Right.
shovels.
Yeah,
so
I can't get
guess
past-
it's fair.
I can't get past the He-Man.
That's not
thing.
right, is it? Having hands as shovels.
Yeah. Suddenly, Fugo makes much more sense now.
Yeah.
Okay, Evan, if you ever give Fugo hands, they have to be shovels.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if you also have shovel
Bad
feet.
PTSD.
Shovel feet.
Stravano, the digger, as that claw gouges across his back, he arches and growls out in pain and swings around and brings the bastard sword down onto Nico. With a natural
Critical miss.
1.
Yeah.
Growl back at him, right in his face with my orc tusks bared.
As you parry the blade with your claw that's, I guess, fading away now.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so badass.
He's enraged, and so will
Sorry, he's what?
enraged. He's not enraged.
All right, it's just flavor. Just flavor.
Yes.
It's not a thing. Okay,
Right.
Let me take it back. Super angry.
and that's all right. it's fine. It's fine.
He's a bit miffed.
I don't know what enrage was. I thought it was something, some kind of like special maneuver.
As you parry the blade, he lets go with his left hand and tries to bring that claw down onto you, Nico. The map 22 will hit. For Nico will take 6 points of damage. And then for his third action, as he slashes down, the digging claws hook into your leather armor and the cloak around your neck, and will grapple you. Will try to grapple you, Nico, and succeeds. You are now grabbed by his claw. Cool, and that's his turn. I should have moved out of the flank, but whatever. Lowen.
Using a healing potion is 2 actions, right? You have to grab it and then drink it, correct?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So for his first 2 actions, Lowen's gonna take out a healing potion and down it.
Do you want to use a manipulate action while within attack
sorry.
of opportunity range?
Is that a manipulate thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, hang on, let me try and undo this.
It's so nasty. Someone with reactive strike could like literally just basically knock your potion out of your hands when you're.
And striding away would also provoke.
That's
this
what I'm
reactive
thinking.
strike.
Okay, I have a better.
You can step, however, if you want
That
to.
wouldn't trigger?
That means if you step, that means that you only can move 5 feet, so 1 square, but it would not cause any reactive strikes.
Okay, I have a better. Okay, I'm gonna step. So I'm gonna move 5 feet away from this big guy a little bit. I'm gonna turn to the Nephilim that just spoke, that held up the knife with Flint's blood on it. And Lowen's gonna go, call off your allies, I'll call off mine. Let's talk. And I would like to do diplomacy. Try and get them to maybe...
So, typically the diplomacy action influence, or I think that's what it's called, requires like a minute of conversation.
Oh, okay.
Would it be demoralized in this situation, or?
Yeah, but it's more he's gonna try and, considering she was like, didn't she say specifically like, if we, if you want to live, like stop? Isn't that what she said?
It's true. It's true.
That's why he's trying to get it. That's why he's trying to talk to her, because she seems to be willing to call off the fight.
It could still be modeled as a demoralize, as you're also trying to basically posture against her posturing. It's basically like trying to like, who's the more intimidating side here?
Yeah, that's just intimidation roll then.
And then you've got 2 that'll be your second action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an intimidate. Versus her will DC.
Alright, let's see how nice the dice are to me. That is not great. It's a 13.
13, she sneers.
Right.
I don't think you're in a position to negotiate.
Then instead I have 1 action left. I'm gonna use my last action, and I'm out of range anyway, to move further back behind Sekun. Just to get myself out of danger for a little bit, so I guess Lowen needs a little moment to think and figure out what the next move is gonna be. But yeah, he moves behind Sekun, and that's my turn.
Alright, we go to Zekun.
Alright. Zekun still bleeding from that cut, having Lowen now wander by, like gives Lowen a knowing nod for the attempt of trying to intimidate the other side. Zekun heard from around the bend this Nephilim shouting that we should step down, might not be fully aware of what's currently happening, or maybe just even saw a glance of just a little bit of Flynn's body falling to the floor, and Zekun himself is still like bleeding, and with still these motes of gold glowing around him, Zekun raises one hand with the other holding his wound clutch, and all of these motes of light in the bless aura glow brighter for a moment, and I'm gonna use all my 3 actions for a 3 action heal, which is a 30 feet emanation from me. And all my allies gain, it's not much, it's 3 points of healing, but that would get Flint up. That would get Flint up from dying. And in case there's anything in this burst here, anything in this emanation that might have problems with vitality, it has to make a basic fortitude.
Why is it just
in
your
case that
allies
is
who receive the healing?
If the target is undead, if the target is a willing living creature, you disperse this target's all living and undead creatures in the burst. So all living and undead creatures, which also means that, yeah, some of the other people here
Yeah, but Flint's up.
might take you.
So that's
Flint
awesome.
is up, and Zekun has some healing. Sombra gets healing.
Yep. Nico healed.
But Flint is at wounded 1 and at least at 3 hit points right now.
Yes.
But that's also 3 actions, and so these modes of light, they lit up for a moment. Indeed, potentially also giving some health back to the other combatants here. But at this point, Zekun is just want to make sure that people stay alive for a moment and get another chance at that.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, Flint got that 3 hit points back, and we go to Sombra.
Who is currently still frightened 1, but also has this shovel-handed, raging bad guy right in front of her.
She's not frightened of that guy, though, is she?
No, and it's the frightened, it doesn't affect who she can attack.
Okay.
But purely coincidentally, she's going to start off with a flurry of blows against the digger.
Yes.
Let's get that out of the way. What we got for a 13 that just misses.
She hits the digger's hard armor and can't penetrate.
I bet she does. But then that second attack,
Yes.
that's a 20.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
hits.
Let's go.
So rolling good damage there. That rolls over into 7 points of bludgeoning there.
He's still up.
Oh, no.
Last leg.
Oh, jeez.
This guy is still standing.
Yeah, he just
still
got
there?
healed. He just got healed.
Yeah.
Just got healed.
Yeah.
Made all the difference.
We're nearly there. It's fine. It's okay. We can get that.
Yeah.
We can get him down.
I'm going to make this was one action, the flurry of blows.
Do it,
So,
do it.
A full multiple attack penalty crane wing blow against shovel hands. Plus 0 bonus on the roll. We get in for a 14, and that only misses because of the frightened on Sombra, which was
That's
caused by that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey,
Villain
So
point
close.
to the GM
Yeah.
for that.
Villain point.
And so that's 2 actions from Sombra. And he still hasn't used his reaction this turn, has he?
No.
Of course. No. I'm gonna use. No, I don't want to break up the flank because Nico might need it. Sombra is squaring up, shoulders wide, and she's going to just angrily, almost growl at the shovel-handed guy. I'm gonna try and demoralize Mr. Shovel Hands.
Nice.
She's not good at this, but the dice could be on her side. But alas, it is a critical failure, and he's immune to future demoralization attempts from Sombra. That ends Sombra's turn and brings us to the rogue of a hellbound incarnation.
Oh, I just realized he lost the bleeding condition.
Yeah, he saved
he
on
saved
this
it, he
end of his
saved it.
previous
Okay.
turn. He took the 2 bleed damage and then he saved.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Could have killed him, that.
Could have killed him.
Yeah.
But we have Flint back up, and who knows what might happen there.
The Flint is back up.
But it's still first the rogue.
Yeah.
Play dead, Flint. Play dead, Flint.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not up until my turn.
Right,
So I
right.
haven't moved
So
at all.
the rogue to the south of Flint, is really focused on Nico, who's grabbed. So she's going to stride into the spot to flank Nico
Oh, dang.
and strike out at the
good.
dagger at a grabbed, flanked Nico. That'll hit for a 22
Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad.
for 11 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
And we'll stab again,
Damn.
but
Oh, that
misses,
misses.
can't
Okay.
penetrate through Nico's leather armor.
Oh, I'm still alive.
We come to Flint, who's prone on the ground at the feet of the rogue, whose blood is on her dagger.
Can I throw a throwing dagger from prone?
If you're prone, you get a -2 penalty to attack rolls. It's not And as long as you're prone, you're off guard to other enemies.
Yeah,
So-
I've got three. I've got 3 actions. Right, so I want to reach one of my throwing knives quietly from the ground and toss it into Shovel Hands.
Oh, come on, come
God,
on.
That would be
He's grabbed
Come
me.
on.
so cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, yes!
19 hits.
Yes! That's it. That's it.
Come
With
on,
the
roll the damage.
of 8 damage.
That shit. Yay! That's such a cool move.
So Flint is laying on the ground playing dead, playing possum. He opens one eye, seeing this guy going at it with Nico. Sees the second rogue move away, which he's been waiting for, and as they do, they're moving behind Nico, and he flits a dagger just straight into this guy's just straight into this dude's eye from the ground.
Cool. You've got 2 actions.
Second action, I'm gonna get up. I can't really. Can I throw for a knife at close range? No.
Well, I'm wondering how many things are in your bandolier.
2 throwing knives, 2 healing potions.
Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with throwing it at close range.
Okay.
Nope.
I'll take the map then.
So second action, stand up.
So yeah, just flips this thing, nips up in front of this random person, and then I'm just going to.
oh my gosh.
Oh my god, and natural 20. Let's go.
Just gets
I
up
love this.
after killing this dude and jams this dagger into this other rogue's neck.
Amazing.
For 10 damage.
As you toss the dagger at point blank range into her neck, she fuck you fucking and she's going to just immediately.
Oh, sorry. I need to say one other thing as well. Well, after downing a foe, I menace another. I get to demoralize a creature within 60 feet with a +2 success bonus because I have your next.
Okay.
I
Fuck
love
Flint.
that.
All right.
It's a reaction type thing.
It's just a trigger. If I kill something, I trigger it.
Who are you demoralizing?
Yeah.
The one you just.
This one right in front of
Yeah,
me.
go
Hell
for it.
yeah.
That's so cool.
That
You're
is-
next.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh!
Going her right too. Let's
Okay,
go.
that changes
Let's go.
everything I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Just absolutely gets up, stabs her, and goes, "Not yet."
I love that.
She's clutching the her neck where the throwing knife is sticking out of it, and she's going to just run past you to this door down here, throw it open, and say, "Master, please." And
Oh,
that's
Master.
where we'll end the
Master.
episode.
What?
Master, okay.
no.
Okay.
Oh, heck.
Oh,
what a
wow,
combat.
what a-
Oh my god.
Yeah,
my
that's.
God.
that's-
Oh my god.
That was
my
epic.
God. That was so cool though.
Oh,
and
days.
Flint getting back up,
Yeah.
killing someone, and then that you're next, critting.
yeah.
And honestly,
Oh.
because
So
of that,
Oh.
I'm gonna give you a hero point for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Because I also can really tell you've leveled up your Pathfinder game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been trying so hard to make
No,
it
but
work.
You pulled out so many tricks that I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is this all on his character sheet? Because where has this
Yeah.
been?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, great job. So make a note to have an extra hero point.
Tumble Through presents Twilight's Edge, a Pathfinder 2e actual play of the Council of Thieves adventure path, converted from Pathfinder 1e. Tumble Through uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's fan content policy. Paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Tumble Through is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.
I don't know how to make it.
If you
how do
hold
make it
control-
stop
Control.
Citral? Does anyone else say citral?
No one,
Oh.
no one says
I have
it ever.
never heard it
No.
said
No one
central.
said
That's
that.
absolutely no one.
Yeah, sorry.